Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today to discuss the new Time Heist offers that are available now in-game for purchasing. So again, guys, just a quick disclaimer. I'm free to play. I don't plan on spending, but I just want to bring this to your attention for those of you that do like to save time and do want to invest. We're going to be analyzing and reviewing in detail here. So you can see how you can access these offers here is actually accessing from the main screen. And you head over to the supply store on the left, and to the bottom left, there is offers right there. That's how you would find the screen to see this new Time Heist offer. This was already planted in the data mines that we saw previewing previously before, but now we can actually get the details of what's included in this package. So you just have to hit view more for additional details, and here you go. So let's quickly just go over what you're getting with this if you're planning to spend, and whether or not it's worth it overall. Time Heist level 98, it's going to get your commander level to level 98. It's going to give you 5 stars for every character that you see on screen here, in addition to upgrading their abilities 6, 6, and 4, and as well, respectively, the T2 ISO 8 level 4 as well, and 5 red stars for all the characters. Having said that, on screen you can see here it's $67.99 in Canadian pricing. I think it's close to $50 USD if you guys are situated in the States. That's why there's a conversion difference there. On top of that, these are the additional rewards on the bottom right, which is 12 million in gold. You get some L4 training materials, some 7 gold credits there. None of these are really used in the game currently right now, just because most of it has been already getting a lot of 7 stars of red characters maxed out. So just food for thought there. Some additional ISO blue and green ions, and as well, you get some gear credits here and there. So from the perspective of the actual resources, you're not getting too much. So really, at the end of the day, you got to be asking yourself, if you're going to be doing this offer, where does Alpha Flight, Mercs for Money, and Superior 6 characters stand right now in the game? And are they relevant? And that's ultimately the question you should be asking, right? So even if you look at the previous Time Heist offer, which was level 95, you can see they have added some additional value. It's the exact same pricing, still $68.99. Only difference was that for the level 95, all these characters that you see on screen here are only brought to Gear Tier 16, and as well, only T2 level 3. Whereas in the new offers here, we are getting an additional gear tier level for all these characters respectively. Mercs for Money is a very good team in both War and Crucible. One of the best War teams right now. So if you guys are interested in that game mode, that would be a reason that I would consider this. But just food for thought, none of these characters or teams right now are specifically required for a known legendary. I think the only exception is obviously Superior 6. You can use this for the Black Cat trials, but honestly speaking, there's other Sinister 6 characters that you can bring up as well. They're all farmable. So the other value add would be the Alpha Flight team, because right now the Alpha Flight characters are not farmable. So Guardian, North Star, Sasquatch, so you can get all of them to 5 stars there, Gear Tier 17. I also want to point out that the Alpha Flight team is technically required for Spotlight raids right now. If your alliance is partaking in that game mode and you're pushing deeper, well, for myself anyways, when I'm doing 1.2 for Spotlights, you do need these characters at Gear Tier 18. So what that would mean is that even if you do buy this offer for the Alpha Flight characters, you still probably have to bring them all up to Gear Tier 18, utilizing some more teal gear there. So just a heads up there, it's not going to get the job done unless you're doing the starting stages of the Spotlight raids. Aside from that, for myself personally, I'm not deeply competitive in War and Crucible, but that's where you're going to be getting value from, right? The Mercs for Money team is good for both of those game modes. Superior 6, exceptional in Cosmic Crucible, but they have a lot of value in War as well. So that's what you're basically getting from this, right? It's going to be giving you some extra value in those 2 game modes respectively. As for the PvE content, such as, Dark Dimension, if you're planning to use some of these characters for Arena, don't even think about it, just because of the fact that none of them are relevant in that meta. And actually, in my past videos, when I've kind of gone through some of the top 10 teams in the game, actually, the only team that's technically on that list would be Superior 6, just because the Sinister 6, Superior 6 is still hands down one of the best reworks that's ever been done. But again, you don't technically need all 3 members here of Superior 6 for the purchase here, right? You can use characters like Vulture, Mysterio, and Doc Ock and Green Goblin Classic are obviously the big ones for that team. So you're only getting kind of half the Superior 6 value here, in my honest opinion. But like I said, you are technically getting more value because Gear Tier 17 is getting applied and across all these characters. As you can see, I've beaten Dark Dimension 7 twice now. I've unlocked Mephisto, and you can see here that there's still some upgrades left, because they just haven't found a place in my game and in my roster, especially the Mercs for Money team, right? I got enough war teams that I don't need a luxury Mercs for Money war team. And Alpha Flight, like I said, most of my characters are only gear tier 18 because I need to run the Spotlight raid. So that's really the question you got to be asking, right? If you're going to be purchasing this, know you'll be building your way towards that Spotlight progression for the daily raids. And know that you're getting 2 additional options here, respectively, for Crucible and War. But aside from that, if you're interested in doing better in raids, doing better in Dark Dimension and Arena, that's where I would probably put the brakes on this. Aside from that, I mean, in my honest opinion, you do get more value out of the gear tier 17, but you know, this Time Heist level 95 gave us one of the best teams in the game, which is Spire Society, and only brings them up to gear tier 16 level 95. But like I said, this is a much better team than any team that's actually listed on here for the 3. So just a heads up there, if you guys are planning to, you know, obviously do the pros and cons analysis. I also like the fact that some members of the Secret Defenders, like Robbie Reyes and Fulton and Miss Marvel Hardlight, Quicksilver, they're good options. You can see there's actually more upgrades, ironically, on this level 95 than there is actually on the level 98. So just food for thought there, guys. But yeah, just my 2 cents as a free-to-play player. There's value in everything I just talked about if you care about those game modes, respectively, mainly for War and Crucible. But aside from that, we do need the Spotlight raids, obviously required for Alpha Flight. But again, the value add, I guess, would be the Gear Tier 17. And as well, like I said, these characters aren't yet farmable, but they're going to be farmable pretty soon here. They should be around the corner, especially in terms of the rotation and what we're expecting. So that's my 2 cents, guys. Let me know what you think. Comments below what your game plan is. But yeah, that's where you can find the new Time Heist offers in-game now and effectively live, and probably staying for a long time, because usually with these Time Heist offers, we see that there's a promotion, but at the same time, they stay put after their introduction into the game. So there you guys have it. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.